mruda nandini vestavai vedis angapadakramo upanishadi gayan yam samaga dhyanavasti gati namanasa pasyantiyam yogina yasyandam navidusrasura. 16. Evam pravartitam chakram nanuvartayati hayah aghayu indriya ramah mogham partha sajivati yastvatmaratirev syat atmatruptasya manavah atmanyeva cha santushtah tasya karyam na vidyate. So you saw this beautiful cycle, the whole arrangement for a human existence. Beginning from the birth, annat bhavanti bhutani. Beginning from the birth, from the food which is produced by parjanya, the rain, and this rain which comes out of the yajna. Yajna, as we saw, is the karma phala. Yajnat bhavati bhuta, yajnat bhavati parjanya. Yajna, the immediate meaning is like a ritual because of which the rain comes. But then, as I told you, that is not something very universal interpretation. Because there are many places where the person may or may not be doing a fire ritual. What it means is the prosperity of the mankind depends upon those people who are working for others' sake. Just like the creation by itself never is selfish. There is no selfishness in the universe. The tree, while living for itself, lives for others. The animals, while living for themselves, live for others. That is why if you see that carbon dioxide cycle, oxygen cycle, the trees will breathe the carbon dioxide and leave the oxygen. For us to breathe in oxygen and leave the carbon dioxide. So it's like a cycle, like nitrogen cycle, carbohydrates, carbon dioxide cycle, oxygen cycle. So while living for itself, they live for others. That is why creation is so beautiful. In case of human beings, we are the only species which can be selfish because of the individuality. That is why human being is the only species which can completely disrupt the harmony of the universe. No animals, no plant kingdom can ever affect the harmony of the universe. You can see by chance there are too much population of the whales, they beach themselves, they die away. Thousands of them, when there are too many, maybe hundreds of them, they come and they beach themselves. Why they do that? So far nobody has known the exact reason. But you can see the nature itself, beautifully manages itself. Even there is a big forest, sometimes there will be a fire, which is natural. It burns itself for regeneration. Same thing, every species works out like that. Whereas in case of a human being, one species which can destroy the entire environment. Because one person's greed, imagine how many mountains have disappeared. just to bring in the bauxite, aluminium, diamond, gold. Mountains have disappeared. Only human species. So suppose the human beings also, while living for themselves, they live for others. And that begins with the karma phala tyaga, yajna. When they live for others, they act on for the sake of action. Prosperity is natural to the society. And once they do that, that parjanya comes from the yajna, bhavati parjanya, yajna, karma samudbhava. Yajna is done by the karma, and that comes from the Vedas. We saw it in the morning. The Vedas have their source in the absolute, just like the geography book talks about the world. The history talks about the incidents of the world. The physics talk about the physical law of the universe. The Vedas talk about the nature of the universe. The nature of the universe. So as when a geography book is dependent upon the geo, the earth. History is dependent upon the incidents in the world. Physics is dependent on the material objects of the universe. The Vedas is dependent upon the absolute, the truth. It talks about the truth and the absolute truth. That is why suppose you say, oh, sometimes people say, oh, our Vedas also talk about science. Don't worry about it. Vedas need not talk about science. For science, you go to science book. Why should physics be taught in the Vedic book, Vedic literature? So I sometimes really wonder why a person with a Vedic vision, understanding of himself, is so desperate to be accepted by a scientific community. For what? Science to be accepted by science. Art should be accepted by the artist. Truth is accepted by the person, whoever is interested in truth. If the physics book do not talk about the absolute Brahman, it's not a mistake of the physics book. That is how the physics book should deal with the physical matter of the universe, physical universe. So this Vedic vision is about the understanding of one's own self. So Brahma, Akshara Samudbhava, Vedas have their source in the absolute truth. So when you understand the taste of the pudding is in eating, as they say. So the taste of the Vedas is understanding the Vedas. When you see it for yourself, every one of your doubt is gone. So, if you say, no, there are so many people claim there are so many books are all written by the gods, doesn't matter. No controversy, no conflict, no disagreement. Read it. If it solves all your problems, why not? It doesn't matter. But as I told you, the example, remember the rectangle. In a rectangle, divided. How many rectangles you see? Immediately 4 or 5 somebody will see. But there are really 9 rectangles. So when you see 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 rectangles are there. So, one person says there are only 2. There is one school of thought. Another says 4, another says 5, another says 7. They will be fighting with each other. 2 will not accept 7, 7 will not accept 5. The person who sees 9 will accept the 7 also, 5 also, 2 also, 1 also. Because 9 includes everything. But the 9 will not be accepted by anybody. Are you getting that point? So when, suppose somebody says this particular religious book or text or scripture is revealed by the God himself. All right, doesn't matter, no controversy. What do they say about yourself? What do they talk about the 3 things? Bring it out. The Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara. What is your concept of man? What is your concept of the universe? What is your concept of God? These 3 questions find out from all sources. Other day there was another person professing one particular religion, traveling with me in the plane. When we were discussing few things. Then he was talking about, because he is not knowing much about Hinduism. I said, simple thing, you don't have to break your head. You give me your answers. 3 questions. One is, what is the concept of man? Who is the individual? Who this I or the person is? Number 2, what is your concept of creation? Number 3, if there is a God. If you are interested, reincarnation also you can bring in. Bring your thought, let me see. The person doesn't believe in reincarnation. If there is a God, there is hereafter somewhere, beyond the clouds. If the concept of man just doesn't exist independent of the God. It is something, as though it is something separate from the God, separate from the totality. They separate, so each one is an individual, separate as though existing independent of infinity. And what is creation? Just creation is just there. Now this type of childish concept or the perception is reality. Because individual is separate from each other. Do I need a religion for it? That there is a creation continuously changing. Do I need a religion or the scripture for that? That there must be a God and there is somewhere. Do I need a scripture for it? That there is no reincarnation. Do I need a scripture for it? All these are perception and speculations. But suppose somebody tells me what nobody can tell me. You are infinity absolute. Because if somebody gives me finite identification and somebody says you are infinity. When you say infinity, every finite identification is included. That is why when you study the Vedas, understanding of yourself, you not only know about yourself who you are, you know about the creation, know about the God, know about everything. There is nothing, no subject is a taboo subject. Everything you are aware of. You are aware of your mind, understand the nature of the thoughts, nature of the sense organs, nature of your body, nature of the creation, the attitude with which you should function in life. Whole thing is given out. This is chakram, pravartita chakram. Beginning from infinity to infinity through the physical body. It's like traveling from absolute to absolute through relative. Traveling from infinite to infinity through finite. Traveling from immortality to immortality through mortality. It's a beautiful process. So one who sees this chakram, such a person, one who lives it, for such a person, what is it? Everything is nothing but the Brahman. Evam pravartita chakram anuvartayati yaha. One who follows this. Such a person, indeed, gets liberated here and now. One who doesn't follow it, agayu indriyarama mogam partham sajivati. Other person's whole living becomes a meaningless movement. It doesn't mean anything at all. It becomes a total meaningless movement, just like animalistic living. That's like an animal breathes, breeds, eats, dies away. Same thing also the individual lives like an animal. Aghayu, papa ayu, meaning living which has no purpose. Indriyarama, always interested in reveling in the sensations, sense object, sense pleasure. Mogham jivati, brutha jivanam. It's a useless life. Just like Shankara somewhere gives an example. In the blacksmith place, have you seen? That blacksmith when he does that? What is that one? Bellowing, and the bellows. The bellows, it also breathing. This fellow also is like a bellow, walking bellow. Simply breathing. Just because you are breathing, you are not living. You are alive, but you are not living life. So that type of brutha jivanam, mukha indriyaram. Whereas, one who sees the truth, what happens to him? A different league altogether. Yastvat maratireva syat atmatruptasya manavah atmanniva sa santushtah tasya karyam na vidyate. Amazing verse. Whereas, but, Arjuna, one who, atmaratireva syat. Atmatuptasya manava. Atmanyeva santa. Atmarati. Atmani, say, one is Indriya Rama, other is Atma Rama. One is Indriya Rama. Indriya Rama means one who revels in the sense organs. See the problem, The person who finds some satisfaction, security in the sense pleasure and sensation, how miserable the life becomes. Because at one time, sense organs lose their capacity. You can't hear, see, touch, taste, smell from a distance. Not only that, even when you have the capacity to procure the sense object is difficult. Arjane dukkham, rakshane dukkham, nashe dukkham. Arjana means in procuring it there is difficulty. Rakshana, in protecting it there is difficulty. Nasha, when it goes away there is pain. So pain all through. To get it there is struggle. To protect it there is struggle. Of course, when it goes away, also there is struggle. Either of the way. Either you go away or the object goes away. If object goes away, you are empty. If you go away, of course, total loss. So these are the people, Indriya Rama. That is just like animals. How do they fight? Just watch over the fightings. Two elephants. I mean, elephants live in a group, there's no problem. Look at the two lions. Like only one king can be in a forest. There cannot be two lions. That is why what they call in English word, alpha male, the big boss, the baboon. When a young one, the reigning one, you will be absolutely glorious mane and red bottom and all that, as you're walking, you must see that style of his. Same thing that, what is that boy, even tiger, or even the lion, one, the antelopes, moose, the big boss, alpha male, he must sort of reign over the herd. All the females only for him. Nobody else must come anywhere near. Anybody comes, immediately fighting takes place. How long? The rest one is coming, the next one is coming, the next one comes, fights, the person goes away to die alone. They can't be in the group anymore. Lions die like that. They can't live in group alone. But that is gone. Same thing also. How long can you be the alpha male or a female? At one time you are the Mr. Universe, Miss Universe. After that what happens? Everything goes away. Everything goes away. So to protect it, to procure the sense subject, difficult. To protect it, that is difficult. And then the lost also is gone. Not only the object, but your physical body also comes under that. That is why Indriya Rama, the ones who are finding their pleasure and security in a sensation, life is full of struggle, misery, fighting. As you see two tigers fighting, two elephants fighting, two lions fighting, human beings also fight. What is this Christie's auction in London? One treasured piece of art. 50 million, 100 million, 200 million. Who are they? Alpha male. The possession, that art piece must be mine. Nobody else. This car, mine. This house, mine. Fight. The person is happy not because he has it, but others don't have it. So silly attitude. I am happy, comfortable not because I have it, but others don't have it. So others are jealous of me. So I feel very happy if others are jealous of me. So suppose you go to a person who doesn't care for it, like a guru. The king had a teacher, guru. He built a beautiful palace. And after building such a magnificent palace, he wanted the opinion of the guru. Because such a wise person, when he says something, it matters. So he brought him in and says, "What do you think of this palace?" He said, "What palace?" "Don't you look at this magnificent palace?" He said, "Yes, I do see, but that's not a palace." "Then what is this?" "It's a beautiful caravanserai." Dharamsala. A beautiful caravanserai. Imagine, to a king, you tell his palace is like a caravanserai. It's a disgrace. But the guru is telling, so how can the king get angry? He said, "Why do you say it's a caravanserai?" He said, "Who was living before you?" "My father." "Before him who was living?" "My grandfather." "Before him, my great-grandfather." "After you?" "My son." "After your son?" "His son." If so many people are passing through this, what else it is if not caravanserai? The person thinks too much of himself. But in reality, what is this? Everything passes, passes, passes. So to protect it, it becomes very difficult. So the people are Indriya Rama, and our generation is full of Indriya Rama. By chance somebody says you must be happy with yourself, he shall be crowned as the Mr. Universal Nut. How can you be happy with yourself? What type of nonsense is that? How can you live without anything? How can you be happy without anything? That is why people cannot believe. That a person can be happy with himself. This concept doesn't exist for almost 3/4 of the mankind. There are 5 billion people, maybe 4 billion people are not even exposed to this concept that you can be happy with yourself. 4 billion people is a big number, you know. And among those people who have not been able to see that happiness in themselves, they have perfected the art of finding pleasure in the outside universe. That is where comes this entertainment park. That is where comes your roller coaster rides. That is where comes your Disneyland. That is where comes your TV, movie. Huge entertainment industry. Why? The people want to promise that you can be, this Disneyland is the promised heaven. That these are the land of entertainment. You can have pleasure there. Sometimes, so religions which do not know how to counteract that one, so naturally they also join the bandwagon. Now they have got rock and roll music in the religious establishment. So in our religious groups also, we are dancing and singing and jumping and hugging and doing everything also. What all they were doing in the, what? Discotheque. What are they doing in the dance floor? Now the same thing is going in the name of religion. Are you getting that? Because they want to attract people. Whatever they are doing there, they must do it here. They are singing there, singing here, music there, hugging each other, hugging, they're dancing with, so that they can attract some people. But what happens? Why are you so desperate? The person must know the truth about himself, that the happiness is here, but that concept doesn't exist for the average individual. Even if you say that, the person will not understand. Very difficult. And then, please, if you say happiness is in yourself, can you make it an industry? Sell what? Can I tell the brinjal is in your garden, therefore purchase? What? What type of logic is that? You look for brinjal, yes, it is in your garden, therefore purchase. What? What is happiness? In yourself, therefore pay. Huh? What is that therefore? It doesn't. Do you understand why it is difficult to talk money and the truth? Who is happiness? What is happiness? Yourself. Therefore pay. What? You want honey? Yes, it is on your tree. Therefore pay. What? Yes, therefore pay. Why? Harvesting honey is not easy. Even if honey is in your place, you can't you can't go up. So pay somebody to harvest that honey for you and give it to you. But here, you have to harvest the honey for yourself. The teacher can only give the direction. The teacher only can give the direction. Nothing more than that. Krishna can say, you are the absolute. Arjuna has to see it for himself. He can only show. You must see. He can't see it for you, because he has seen it for himself. So you cannot make an industry out of the truth. You cannot. It's impossible. Because where is happiness? In yourself. Atma Rama. Revels in himself. Now, therefore don't think of it. So the person who is Atma Rama, who is reveling in himself, he has nothing to do with Indriya, his sense organs or the sense object world. No. A Atma Rama, when he revels in himself, he can revel happily in the sense object world through his sense organ in the sense object world. But a person who is lost in the sense object world cannot be aware of himself. That is why the wise person is like a double barrel gun. Very powerful. Happy with himself, happy with the world. The other person is only happy with the world, therefore unhappy in the life. When you are happy with yourself, you can be happy with the sense pleasure. You can be happy with the sense organ, happy with your organs of action, happy with your body, happy with your world. Are you getting that point, please? What a difference it is. Atma Rama. One who revels in himself. Happy with himself. Atmaratireva syat. Atmani ramate. Revels in himself. Such a person. Nobody can ever touch his happiness. You are traveling to another country. You are carrying some gold, contraband. They will tax it. You are carrying some object. They will tax it. Your happiness, let them tax. Your knowledge, let them take it away. You are engineer. So much of engineering knowledge is taking away. That is why top scientists are not allowed to travel by themselves. Because it will go, no? When the scientist goes to another country, if he decides to settle down there, either loss is a national treasury, is national treasure. It will be a loss. So he can go away, the knowledge goes away with him. You can keep his books here. You can keep his laboratory here. You can keep everything here. Second World War, German scientists all en masse went to America. They did not carry a single page of book, but they produced everything there. No problem. Just think of it. So just like knowledge, nobody can prevent carrying with you. Same thing also wisdom. Nobody can prevent carrying it from you. You are tax-free entertainment 365 days. As long as you are alive. Atmaratireva syat atmatruptasya manava. Atmatruptasya manava, contented with himself. Atmanyeva is santushta. Trupta, contented with himself. Who is a trupta, santushta? There is a very nice verse which says, who is santushta? Adrushtam, Adrushtam hi parityajya praptesu samatam gatah adrushta kheda apraptam hi parityajya, sorry. Apraptam hi parityajya praptesu samatam gatah adrushta kheda khedo yah santushta iti kathyate. Somewhere they describe it somebody nicely. Santushta iti kathyate. Who is a santushta? Who is a satisfied, contented person? That is the definition of a contented person. Who is you? Who is he? Apraptami parityajya. One who does not crave for things he doesn't have. Just see. One who does not crave for things that he does not have. Aprapta. What he doesn't have, he doesn't crave. Praptesu samatam gata. What he has, he is contented with. Now who can affect him? What I don't have, I don't want. What I have, I am happy with it. Now who can bother him? Please try. Somebody can tempt you with things that you don't have. But I am not interested. Hey, you don't have a car, you should have a car. Yeah, you have, that's good enough. You must have this. How do the people make communist? They tell the poor person. They teach him to dream. What is that? The rich man is denying yourself, you the dream. See, he is rich. He has a car. He has a house. He has a swimming pool. His children are studying there. Do you have a house? No. Do you have a car? No. Do you have a swimming pool? No. Do your children study in English medium school? No. That means poor. That's right, I'm poor. Now that fellow is responsible. He is taking everything. Yes, kill him. Shoot. You can fight. You can argue. A person who was so far happy, may not be happy, but he is not unhappy. Now you suddenly make him unhappy and a criminal. That is why when poverty breeds crime in different countries, in India also there is poverty. Not that there is no crime, but here the communism doesn't come up. Do you know why? In other countries and culture, when the poor man is brainwashed to believe, a rich man is responsible for his misery, in the Indian subcontinent, because of the Vedic vision, they say it is your karma because of which you are poor. So the person doesn't fight with the rich. It's your karma. Therefore, you accept your karma. But that is where the person who is rich, he should not contribute to it. The poor man can accept his destiny, accept his lot by this attitude that maybe I am destined to be like this. But the rich man should not say, that fellow is destined to be poor, therefore he is poor. No, at one time you are poor, you are did, no. Therefore you help him out, or else you shall invite communism here. The moment, are you getting that? The moment you make it, yagyad bhavati parjanya. The moment you make it, you live with the attitude of yajna, sacrifice. What I did, I could do. Result for everybody, not only for me. Just like the trees. The tree is living for others. The produces because it can produce. It has the capacity, and others have the need. A wise man also is like that. You produce because you can produce. You have the capacity. Others have the need. So let them enjoy. What a beauty. So, apraptami parityajya, one who doesn't have things, what all things he doesn't have, he doesn't crave. Prapteshu samatam gata. What he has got, he is happy with it. Okay? Listen. Then, adrushta kheda khedayo. Again from the womb of the unknown, anything can come. Adrushta kheda akheda. Adrushta. From the womb of the unknown, situations can come up which can be comforting, discomforting. Which can be pleasing, painful. Today we are sitting down here. A massive cyclone comes. Can you say, oh, it's beautiful. What is so beautiful about the massive cyclone? So it can bring you inconvenience. Heavy. Now, Katri, this Agni Nakshatra. The fire is, raining for the last 1 month. How comfortable it is. Can you say that? But even if it comes kheda, akheda, adrushta. If it comfortable situation, thank God. Uncomfortable situation, excellent. Santushta iti gatyate. He is santushta, contented with himself. Now immediately we shall say, so if everybody is contented, how the world will progress? Don't worry about it. For your contentment, you don't need anything. For your comfort, discomfort, work. Are you getting that? Don't extend it. That is the trouble comes when the people extend this type of logic to the relative world. For your absolute satisfaction, contentment, you don't need to do anything. But for your relative comfort, you must do everything. And when you are doing everything, you are not waiting for the result of the action for your happiness. You are happy with yourself and you are happily struggling away. Or you are happy with yourself, you are happily choosing to be a stone under a tree. Which one is better? You choose. You choose. That is why the people, they call these sadhus in Western language holy hobos. The fellows are just doing nothing. Simply, people sitting down there and doing nothing. Miserable, lazy bones. In other countries, if you sit down like that on the roadside, they shall push you into the jail because you are begging. Here, begging is the right guaranteed to the sadhu. You have to be a beggar. You must beg. You must beg means if you choose to beg, you can choose to beg. If you choose to live under a tree, choose to live under a tree. Nobody shall tell you, don't live under a tree. The tree is for me. You can't say. So nobody disturbs you here because everybody knows the culture. Think of it. So here it comes. So Atmanyeva santushta tasya karyam na vidyate. Adrushtami paritejya, apraptami paritejya, prapteshu samadham gata. Adrushta kheda khedaya santushta iti gatyate. Such a person is santushta. Atmatrupta, Atmani contented, santushta, very satisfied. Now, therefore don't say, if everybody is like this, the world will come to a standstill, it will be a static thing. No. Adrushta kheda kheda. As time passes, things will automatically change. And according to that, you function. Atmaneva santushta. Right. Atmatruptasya manava. Such a person, manava. Manava means you know what? Manava is a beautiful. Manoha putra. They Manu, Putra, they say son of Manu, because Vaivasvata Manu. That is general meaning. Manava means Ma Navanava Ichha. One who doesn't have desires after desires after desires. Ma Nava. Ma means never the person is persecuted by new desires or new sort of cravings. Ma Nava. Nava means new. So, does it mean therefore, the people who don't understand, they say, oh, therefore the person should not have new desire. Hey, who said not? Desire for desire sake, yes. Desire for happiness sake, no. You put yourself in the test. What is wrong in desiring? Yes, nothing wrong in desiring. But do you depend upon the fulfillment of a desire for your happiness? Yes. You don't have to tell me what is wrong. You will be miserable. Don't worry. But I am doing it for its own sake. If it comes fantastic, doesn't come fantastic, go ahead. How many you should have? Why are you asking me? 1 billion, 1 trillion desires you can have. It means nothing. But if you have one single desire for your happiness sake, that one is like a mosquito inside your mosquito net. One mosquito. It will be singing throughout the night. Does the mosquito sing? There was an American boy who came to study with me. We are playing Scrabble. So when you're playing Scrabble, sometimes they make funny words in Scrabble. 2-letter words. T, do, re, ma, do, re, mi, sol, la, ti, do. That is musical note. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So T, T-I, R-E, re. Suppose you don't know, somebody puts R-E. What is re? Not re, re. Do, re, mi, F-I, M-I. What is me? So you use these words. Two-letter word is very useful in Scrabble playing. So T-I, T. He says, Swamiji, you don't know T? Really, I didn't know. I said, what is the T, T? What is this nonsense? He said, no, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. And in your country, all the mosquitoes, that is known as mosquito raga. I said, what nonsense are you telling? He said, yes, have you heard these mosquitoes? I was laughing for a day, whole day I was laughing. True, that mosquitoes exactly sing like that. Crazy fellow. He's a nice boy, nice boy. Anyway, he came, he understood, he worked out. Amazing. That's what I'm so happy about. And the people come. It's like table is clear. Always table is clear. Files clear. Come, understand, get out. Don't understand, get out. Because same thing will be repeated next class. So there will be no cluttered table here. Suppose people are promised, stay for 3 years, 4 years, sing for 20 years, and fasting for like that, no garlic for 5 years. Yeah, it will be a continuous process. How long can you sit down in that posture? Only 1 minute will not work. 45 minutes. The fellow himself can't do for 4 minutes. But he expects you to sit on that 45 minutes. So you are perpetually destroyed. Understand? So Atmanyava, so if you have a desire, for desire's sake, how many desires you should have? Million. Billion. You decide. But if you have got a single desire, by fulfilling which you shall be happy, good enough. It's just good enough. One mosquito inside your net. Wherever you go, that goes inside you. You carry your music inside you. How does it bug you? You understand? That is why when you see these things clearly, you are a happy man. Atmaneva santushta, tasya karyam na vidyate, kartum yogyam, karaniyam na vidyate. There is no such thing in life which he must do or should not do. You understand freedom? Freedom is what? The secular freedom is, I should be able to do whatever I should do. Is it freedom or bondage? That is not freedom, that is permissiveness. Why can't I drink? Yes. Why do you demand that? I am free to drink. Yes, you must be free not to drink also. Don't tell that. That is infringement on my personal freedom. Your personal freedom or your personal perversion? I am free to speak as I like. I see. What about not being able to speak? I am free to smoke, free to eat. I see. That's not freedom. What you are demanding is perversion. Animals have freedom of action. If Shiva goes, lies down anywhere, does anything anywhere, no problem. Every electric post, it can do the Abhishekam. Anything anywhere, the Shiva can do. The dogs can go anywhere and do anything anywhere, no problem. Why? Freedom of action. Human beings? Is something little nasty to talk about, dirty you may feel. This morning newspaper, one man went to deliver some flowers or some tea, something somewhere in a construction site. Comes out, Indian habit, goes to nature's call. The moment he starts urinating, there is an open that live wire, dead. Dead. Today's paper, I am not making it up, please, today's paper. I couldn't believe it. Suppose a person doesn't have such habit, today he will be alive and walking. And for people to have a live wire there, this is another trip on the ground, on a construction site. Life is so cheap. Just think. I mean, it's not a subject to discuss, but think of the pain involved in that. That person, his family, his father, mother, brother, wife, sister, children, what all things, shattered. Freedom of action, freedom of speech, I should be able to speak whatever I speak. No. You don't enjoy the freedom of thoughts also, because you don't know what thoughts will come in your head. But freedom of expression you should enjoy. Because what thoughts come, over that do you have a control? Come on. What thoughts will come up in your mind, do you have any control? Nil. To express or not to express? That is, what you think is not my business. Only when you speak, that becomes my business. Are you getting that point? What you think, who cares? How does it matter? What do you think? Why should I probe into your mind? My mind itself is good enough. Probing into somebody's mind, why is he thinking? Can you see? So why are you imagining what the other person is thinking? Let him spell it out. Let him act it out. Then you can catch it. Okay, this is what it is. That is why long before you speak something, you must know what you are speaking. Can you defend? Long before you act on it, can you defend? That is why when you are restless about talking something, doing something, is it compulsive or free? Wise person, tasya karyam na vidyate. There is no such thing which you cannot do. There is no such thing which you must do. Absolute freedom. Enjoys within himself. For him, the cycle of life is natural. Action, karma phala tyaga, renouncing the result of action is natural to him. Effortless in wisdom. When you are happy with yourself, your action is effortless. The result of action also is effortlessly given up. You don't claim any credit for any action. If it comes out, God's grace. Didn't work out. Didn't work out. What is there? So neither your, that is where comes your freshness, your stamina, your energy, your enthusiasm, your strength. Why? Never down and out. Always full of enthusiasm. Why? My job is to do. What result will come? I am trying for the best. It did not happen. What can I do? I must, but that will not prevent me from not doing it. I will continue to do. How beautiful. Just like singing your song. This is like teaching. Singing your song. I enjoy. I revel in the teaching. I revel in my class. This somebody is a teacher. People understand, fantastic. Do not understand, excellent. Why? He will understand when he is ready. And that person will understand he is ready. Let me go on singing. It is just like schools and colleges are always open. Generations of people are coming. Some are coming straight A, star A, first class going away. Some are failing, go away. School should close down. If some people could make it, fantastic. Could not make it also, good. School continues. Life continues. Some people make it, great. Some people could not make it, great. So if you attribute the responsibility for yourself, that I am responsible to do all these things, you are not. That's something natural. Karma yoga buddhi, buddhi yoga, karma phala tyaga, renunciation the result of action, is natural to the person. Why are you acting? What else to do? Action for action's sake. Tasya karyam na vidyate. Karyam karaniyam. Are you getting that point? There is no such thing which you must do. That is where comes your bondage. You have to do it. No. I can do. You have to work with everybody. Yeah, why not work with everybody? You can't work. Okay, can't work. You understand? Which guest you like? Think, which guest you like in your house? The guest who is invisible. Hey, today we have a nice lunch. Wonderful, let's have it. Sorry, last moment the cook could not come and there is only ordinary food. There's no problem. That's the best thing. Wow, you love that guest. Why? Because it's a part of you. Very good food in the kitchen, you enjoy it. Brahmachari cooking today also very good, you enjoy it. No food also some days, oh, you enjoy it. That is the taste. It is not that every day I must have two idlis, why only one and quarter? Don't worry about it. Today one and quarter. When three are coming, you don't say why three. Why are you saying what is one and a half? You remember the story of the Artharash? Wow, that's an amazing story. When I am holding the Wimbledon cup in my hand and standing there, I never question God, why me? So today if I am getting cancer, why should I question why me? So many things you have enjoyed in life. Did you ever ask, why me? So a little problem also comes in life. Don't ask why me. It's all right. Tasya karyam na vidyate. What a mind, you understand? It's a brilliant mind. Such a person, read. Naiva tasya krutenartha na kruteneha kasyana na chasya sarvabhuteshu kassidartha vyapasrayah naiva tasya krutenartha na kruteneha kasyana na chasya sarvabhuteshu kassidartha vyapasrayah naiva tasya krutena artha. For such a person, krutena karmana artha prayojanam nasti, na prayojanam asti. He has no compulsion for doing anything. For average persons, understand, for the average person, the compulsion comes from the emptiness, ignorance of himself, ignorance of the happiness. For the average person, the compulsion comes from looking for happiness. The whole economics depends on what? Pursuit of happiness. The desire. Economics also will talk about desire. Demand. Greater the demand, if the supply and demand do not meet, big business. The big demand, less supply, prices go up. Lot of supply, no demand, prices go down. Mango in the early season, 1 mango, 50 rupees. Now, 10 mango, 5 rupees. With plenty of supply. Think of it. Now, if you think sensation is your happiness, what sensation? A particular sound. So some people will make it exclusive. Prices go up. Touches, certain touches are very exclusive, very expensive. Today, again in the newspaper is written that Formula 1 driver, the number one, the champion now, British boy, now he is marrying one top model somewhere, and she is hunting for the ideal ring for the marriage. You know, it's a 3-colored diamond ring. Okay? So of course that will go into some lakhs or millions of dollars. It doesn't matter. Exclusive ring must be there. How many people can get it? Why the prices are up? Suppose diamonds are everywhere, stones are rare. Stone will be costly than diamond. Whichever is rare. Are you getting that point, please? Because peacocks are few, peacocks are beautiful. Crows are few, rare bird. Just think of it. Anything. Demand is more, less. Supply is less. Few exclusive touches, exclusive sight, exclusive taste, gourmet hotel, restaurant, exclusive fragrance. expensive. You have to pay for it. Suppose somebody says, you must smell that, you must do that. What is the subject of discussion and things of pride in the world today? How many people have gone to exclusive places? The Hollywood glamorous meteors, not stars, meteors. Same dress should not be repeated twice. By chance, two actors come with by mistake, and it's a huge mistake, same type of design dress, they shall sue the designer. The company who did not know. How can they do? It should be absolutely exclusive. And for that, only $1 million. What are you paying for? Dress or the sense of pride and the exclusiveness? What are you paying for? You're not paying for a dress. Paying to be exclusive owner of an exclusive dress or a car or a diamond or something. You know what is the this is the end of your trouble or beginning of your trouble? This is the beginning and beginning of your endless trouble. It's not beginning. It's the beginning of endless trouble. The whole life becomes trouble. The person looks for happiness. Then you are continuously afraid. Is there somebody has put on like that or not? Somebody is doing like this, that. You are not enjoying your dress. It's like man who is standing in front of the temple. He has paid 1,000 rupees, he is standing there. Lakh of rupees donation for that particular ritual. So he is standing in front of the temple. But he is not comfortable there. Because he is looking over the shoulder of everybody. Others are looking at him or not. Because he is so exclusive, you see. Miserable people. Whereas when you are happy, contented with self, tasyana krutena artha. There is no such thing karmana. By doing this, he shall be happy. There is no such thing. Now, akrutaneya kaschana. Suppose he does not do, he is not going to be empty. Ask yourself the question, are you contented for whatever you are? You can say, very much yes, Swamiji, that is why I like to sleep all the time. You have, listen carefully, you have enjoyed your laziness for a long time. By doing nothing, you have enjoyed your life. You want to test your wisdom? Start doing something and enjoy life. Whatever you have enjoyed, go to the opposite part of it. Then only your knowledge will be tested out. By being angry, you have feel relieved. By not expressing anger, can you feel relieved? Yes, then you have made it. Are you getting that point, please? Absolute freedom. By speaking out, you feel relieved. Now by not speaking out, can you feel the same way? Always on the high. Happy with yourself. Now akrutaneha kaschana. But people will say, oh, I am drinking, but whenever I want, I can stop. You have said it 1,000,000 times. Have you done it once? Anger is my control. Now I am angry, but whenever I want, I can stop. Stop for 1 week. One person had come long back. Very rich person. Those days he was having a gold bottle in his pocket, driving India, there was no imported cars, but the family Chevrolet, big car, comes in. Woo, he comes in and the whole Madras will look at it. The person comes, the bottle in the, cannot stop. He came and told me, Swamiji, everybody in my family is worried, and I know you are also informed about it, that I drink. I said, yes, of course you drink. You are drunk now. He said, yes, I know. I said, very good. But you see, I can stop whenever I want. I said, very good. Leave your bottle here. Nobody will drink it even a bit. Don't worry. I won't even look at it. Leave the bottle here 8 days. Just 8 days. No problem. I said, okay, take your bottle, leave with your wife. 8 days you are not touching anything. Okay, I tell you, I will not touch anything. He was telling 1 month. I said, don't be too generous. 8 days, 1 week, 1 month, you are telling 1 month. I know you are very powerful. You can do it. But for my sake, 8 days, 1 week. First day went, second day I get a call. Oh, Swamiji, very difficult. I said, look, I am not putting you into test. You put yourself into test because you brag. Bravado. What is that? Oh, I can stop whenever I want. Now nobody asked you. You said you told 1 month. I reduced it to 1 week. You see that? Can you stop? It is a problem. I said, then accept it. Work on it. Same thing. People justify anger, hatred, jealousy. No. You should be as free when you do something, that free when you are not able to do it. Happy to eat. Happy not to eat. But by eating, if you are happy, you can't stop eating. Are you getting that point, please? This is a test case. You don't have to go to a laboratory for it. You are carrying a mobile laboratory called mind with you. Anytime, any place, put yourself into test. There is a particular time, particular place, I shall put myself into test. Your driving test is done in the highway, whether you have made it or not. Your wisdom test is done every moment. In your room you can sit down, do one thing. I am not telling you joke. In my room there will be mangoes. In my room there will be chocolate. This season only mango, not everywhere. There. Exactly 3 o'clock, 1:30, one mango. I said, okay, it's all right. Then next day the same time, 1 mango. I said, no. What is that? No. I don't even tell no, ignore. What is the ignore? Even to tell no means you are responding to an idiot. You are getting that point. The mind you must make in such a beautiful way that it is not worth conversing with a fellow. You are so powerful. You do. I don't do. There is no question of arguing. Oh, should I mango? No mango. No, must mango. Hey. Oh, useless. It's not, you understand? A person to whom you ignore, do you recognize what he is speaking? Come here. You go there. Why? Nonsense. The fellow is talking rubbish. Why? You are so mighty and powerful, no? You don't even listen to the fellow. He said, come here. No, you don't completely ignore because the fellow doesn't exist. You go, right? Can you do that to your thought? Arguing with your mind is still baby days. It's still your childhood. It comes. Still you have to deal with it. Nothing wrong. So therefore suddenly don't say, I am a grown-up adult. No, don't try to pretend to be an adult. If you are a baby, be a baby. Grow up. See it very clearly with yourself. Now, so by doing, you are as much free to do, that much free not to do. Nachasya sarvabhuteshu kasidhartha vyapasraya. Vyapasraya nasti. Prayojana nimitta kriya sadhya vyapasraya. Vyapasraya means doing things which prayojana nimitta kriya. Because you feel compelled to do. Therefore you do. That is known as the vyapasraya in Sanskrit. Compulsive action. For you, there is no such compulsive action. In relation to all people. That is why you can swallow a lot. Somebody can disgrace you, angry with you, criticize you, critical of you, jealous of you. It makes no difference. Absolutely makes no difference. See, that now the peacock is calling. Why is he calling? What is the prayojana? What is the need? For us, nothing. He's just singing. So your mind is calling. One thought is coming. So because he is calling, should I stop talking now? Our work is going on. That call is going on. Inside, thought is going on. But your work is also going on. You remember those examples when I was long ago when Ashoka was king, teaching Tattvabodha? What was that? That when you say Ekagrata, one-pointedness means what? Not that when you are traveling there is only one thought, no. There are thousands of cars on the highway, but you drive your car and reach destination. There are 1,000 thoughts in going, but you are riding one thought and reaching your destination. Other thoughts do not interfere. There is no interference. If you consider another thought is an interference, watch out a little more. A thought is a thought. The thought is not interference. The sound of the peacock is a sound of the peacock. That's not a disturbance. If the fire brigade going, it's a fire brigade going. That's not a disturbance. You are writing an article, but other thoughts can keep coming up. Let it come up. But what happens is, people take it as a real. You shall see that later on will come. Because like jealousy. Jealousy is something, it will come little later on. Abhyasuya, asuya. Jealousy. A thought comes up. Why? Don't ask, but you believe in it. Suspicion. Suspicion, I think my wife is seeing somebody. I think my husband is going with somewhere. I think this fellow is, when everybody is sleeping, is going to the kitchen and eating everything. One suspicion, one thought. You know what will happen? Your entire range will be dismissed. You are finished. You are finished. Gloriously finished. That is why when somebody angry with you, if you really want to punish him, don't change him. Are you getting that? If you really want to punish somebody who is angry with you, don't change him. Then he gets punishment enough. If you punish him, the fellow will be relieved. Don't punish. Oh boy, the person will have the toughest time. Understand? So, nakaschid, there is no such action which the person must ask yourself questions. Sit down. Is it necessary to sleep? If you have been enjoying your sleep, now choose to be active. If you are enjoying your activity, choose to be inactive for some time. Or else, activity can be your workaholic. Just like you are alcoholic, people can be workaholic. Restlessness. Don't say rest. Activity does not mean restlessness. Can you remain completely stop all actions and stay for a few days? Oh, so very easy. Not that easy. If you are a workaholic type, stopping all work is not easy. And if you are a lazy bone, being active also is not easy. Try out both. Top driver. Who is top driver? 250 kilometers per speed, hour per speed. And also bumper to bumper traffic, 10 kilometers per hour. Ace driver. No, I am in the middle path. I neither go 250, nor I go 10. I am always 100. Nonsense. How can you go always 100? There is no middle path. Whenever, whatever required. In a driving, is there a middle path? Sometimes you can be left side, someone can right side, someone can center. Which lane? Whatever demanded. Which speed? Whatever is needed. What is middle path? Neither too much, nor too little. Why? Sometimes too much also is needed. Sometimes too little needed. Sometimes in between also needed. Everything is good. You see the beauty? Okay. Since it is so, here Arjuna, you want to be a person like that? Read. Tasmad asaktas satatam karyam karma samachara asakto yacharan karma paramapnoti purushah tasmad asaktas satatam karyam karma samachara asakto yacharan karma paramapnoti purushah. Since it is like that, do you want to be like this? Of course I want to be like that. Come on God, tell me how do I become like that? Tasma, therefore, satatam karma samachara karyam karma samachara asaktah san. Your training begins. Therefore, karma samachara, may you continuously be active. Why? Only when you are active, you shall put your thoughts into action. If you simply go on thinking, listen carefully, you may not be able to handle your thought. Because by habit, your thoughts have become compulsive. Now you're talking to a person who wants to be wise. By habit, your thoughts might have been compulsive by now. Because you are ignorant. Are you getting that? In ignorance, you are living for a long time. That is why people become so compulsive. They have to eat this, they have to sleep this, they have to do this, they have to touch it, they have to smell it, they have to taste it, they must have to speak. So compulsive. Do you understand that point? Compulsive means if you do not do that, you feel restless. If you do not speak it out, you feel restless. Oh, sure. That is why you can test yourself out. You put yourself into test. Let not other people know about it. Suppose one day as you go into the kitchen, you see a particular sweet or a particular mango or something, very delicious thing, which you really like. The moment you see, before you know, your mind is absolutely excited. Whoa, beautiful thing is there. That day, that moment, remember, no mango for today. Decide, no mango for today. And see what antics your mind throws. Why from all day today you have to decide? Your own mind will tell you. It's other fellow talking to you. I suddenly decide, you are taking Swamiji too seriously. He can talk. How do you know he doesn't eat in his room? Guru mapi dhikkaroti. Even the teachers, you understand, that language is not my language, traditional language. When you are obsessed, you shall hate even your guru. The person you consider wise, but you think, you can eat, what is wrong in that? Okay. You succumb, you eat it. After you eat, begins your guilt trip. I should not have eaten it. Why did I eat it? The Swamiji, but he has a right to eat. He has his power, right to eat or not to eat. What am I doing? I shouldn't have eaten. You go through guilt for another 2-3 days. Until it is forgotten by itself. Understand? Just a little things inside the head. That is a karyam karma. And karma samachara. Please see step by step. Karma samachara. You want to be like this? Act. He doesn't say, you want to be like this? Therefore retire. Act. Why? Thoughts have to be dealt with. Your being happiness is always there. Your mind is not ready. So prepare the mind. How do I prepare the mind? Act. Why act? Because thoughts are bothering me. You understand the beautiful mechanism? Act, karma. And what karma? Karyam karma samachara. Karyam karma. Kartavyam. What is to be done? Don't do what is not to be done. What is to be done? Kind, compassion, no craze, no cravings, nothing. But suppose your mind is pushing you to get angry, avoid. Why? Not that you cannot do it, you can do it. But if you do it, you have to again pick up pieces. Are you getting that? If you get angry, get upset, get jealous, get like things, and you speak it out, you can speak. But it will create a chain reaction. Because against to whom you speak, to whom you get angry, to whom you will treat, chances are that person may not take it just like that. He may retaliate. Suppose he does it, now you have to go on collecting pieces. Unnecessary. So karyam karma, see how every word is precise. You want to know yourself? Now he doesn't say, you want to know yourself? Know the truth, pramana. No pramana. Now you understand that chapter is over. That boy is already over. That boy is the last 2 verses. Doing, not doing means nothing. Still not able? Karma samaj, do the action. Karyam karma. When? Satatam, always. Satatam karya karma samachar, all the time. Be active, be conscious. How? Keyword, asaktah sanne. Asaktah, no more attached to the result of action. Act for action's sake. Asaktah sanne karyam karma samachara. Even if it is, understand, even if it is called a wrong action, please appreciate what you called wrong. Suppose you have got a compulsion to watch a movie. Oh, watching a movie is bad? No. Suppose that is your compulsion. Please understand, different types of people, different types of compulsion. You watch that movie, consciously sit down there and watch it. Any moment of happiness, in that moment, what you are enjoying, is it movie or yourself? Ah, it's yourself. I see. Go away. Personal relationship, another man, another woman, you can't live without. You must talk to him or talk to her. You know it is a compulsion. All right, go. Maybe the other person doesn't know you are infatuated by him or her. The other person doesn't know. She doesn't know that. He doesn't know it. But you feel very happy when you are around him or her. Just giving an example. You feel very happy to be around him. You feel very happy to be around her. For most of the time, for no reason, even, under some excuse, you want to find some reason to be in the presence of him or her. That is how that compulsive you are. Now you say, boy, what's going on? Chah! All right. Now consciously go there and be in the presence of the person. The person doesn't know. And observe your mind. What is going on? What am I enjoying? The person or myself? Asaktah sanna. You go there. Suppose the person suddenly goes away. You don't get angry with him. Oh, the person is going. Tell yourself, this is how it will happen. You have no control over other person's presence or absence. So what are you depending? You see things. Your every action becomes meditation, worship. Asaktah sanna karma samachara. Asakta hi acharan karma. Paramapnoti purusha. Hey Arjuna, purusha paramapnoti. Asaktah sanna karma acharan. By doing all his action, without depending on the result of action for his happiness, this purusha paramapnoti, he gains the absolute in himself. This is karma yoga. You are doing everything with a conscious, awareful attitude. So every action becomes beautiful. Are you getting that point, please? Am I the first one to do it? Don't worry. Long before you, many people have done it. Read. Karmanaiva hi sansiddhim Asthita janakadayah Loka sangrahame vapi Sampasyan kartum arhasi Karmanaiva hi sansiddhim Asthita janakadayah Loka sangrahame vapi Sampasyan kartum arhasi. Here Arjuna, you are not the first one to do so. This is universal. Before you, he gives. Karmana vai sansiddhim astita janakadaya. Janakadaya karmana eva sansiddhim astita. Janaka, the great king. Janaka, one of the examples, Janaka, there are so many great kings. Karmana eva sansiddhim astita. By doing the action backed by right attitude, they abiding in themselves. Because by simply giving up the action, you will not get the knowledge. Please understand the danger of the wisdom, the danger of Jnana Marga is the person thinks he need not do anything. That is where the person doesn't get rounded up, doesn't get polished. When a person straightway jumps into sannyas, doesn't get a chance to, listen carefully, doesn't get a chance to round himself up, because there is no polishing taking place in life. Because there is no friction, no polishing taking place. Chances are. Whereas you are living with a husband, living with a wife, living with a father, living with a mother, you know how much adjustment? The person who lives alone, there's a possibility of maintaining his individual personal likes and dislikes. Today, do you know why the divorce cases are going up? Divorce cases. Millions of divorce cases. Why is it so? Because people can't live with each other anymore. Everybody wants his personal space. The person doesn't want to change. Think, person doesn't want to change. Hey, there are cases and cases and cases. Sometimes you cannot, like, not that person who are married and never divorced are wonderful. No, some of them are just like imprisoned or suffering for the rest of their life. I am not here talking about the virtues and vices of the living together or separated. That's not my job. But please think, friendship breakdown, relationship breakdown. Why? Because everybody demands my personal individual space. Meaning, I shall be whatever I want to be. Will you live in spite of that? Will you stay with me? The person demands that I shall be crazy, but you must live with me. How? I will not change. But you should be little kind, nothing doing. You don't like me, you go. You want to stay, you stay. You don't want to stay, you go. Think. Such strong individualities, if you tell that you are the happiness, you are the absolute, what shall he say? If it suits him, yes. It doesn't suit him, go. Strange psychology works. Are you getting that point, please? That is why karma. Act on. That's why this karma yoga means what? Like, suppose you don't like to do manual work. Do manual work. Whatever you don't like, do it. That is the best part to counteract thing. Whatever, how can I clean the toilet? That is your job. Why? The individual gets knock. You water the plant. Water the plant. That is your job. Water the plant. Why? The person who is happy with himself, what role can he play? Any role and every role. You can be on the top of the world, you can be on the bottom of the wrong. Happily everywhere. Happily everywhere. People give you importance, thanks. Don't give importance, wonderful. Why? Nothing to do, nice. You understand that wisdom only when you taste it. Taste means you see it for yourself, you know that. That's why the Upanishad will say, Tadrusha taneva jananti. Only such people can know such people. Others only can imagine. They won't understand. You have to see it for yourself. Your mind. The moment you act, speak or do something, is it a conscious action or unconscious action? Compulsive or free? You shall know. Karmana eva janakadaya sansiddhim astita. Not only others have done it and you will do it, but also loka sangrahama evapi sampasyan kartumarasi. Now we shall finish with this. Over. Loka sangrahama api sampasyan karma kartumarasi. Not only for the sake of your antakarana suddhi, preparation of your mind, but also for the sake of the humanity. Loka sangraha, we shall see tomorrow. Loka sangraha, for the sake of humanity, you continue to act on in life. Because inactivity sends wrong message. I'm a happy man under a tree. Then why are you eating, opening your mouth while eating? Then bury yourself. Suppose you don't have to do anything, then bury yourself underground. That's nice. Loka sangrartham. even for the sake of the humanity. Why? Because your inactivity sends the wrong message. If you don't act, people will equate wisdom with inactivity. So the person will be inactive. He's not wise, but he's inactive. That is why you see lazy bones everywhere, doing nothing. Why? Oh, what is there to do? If there is nothing to do, don't open your mouth. That is another doing, no? Don't eat. It will come tomorrow. If you are a wise person, if other people are acting 2 hours or 1 hour or 15 hours or 24 hours, wise man should be working 26 hours out of 24 hours. Why? That will send the right message. Even after doing so much, the fellow is not disturbed. Yes, then how 5 hours can disturb me? That is the right message. I am not telling you, it will come tomorrow, we shall see that. Yad yad acharati shreshtaha, tatta devaitaro janha. Sayat pramanam kurute lokastat anuvartate. Oh, we shall see that tomorrow. Close your eyes.